Hey guys, today I'm going to be talking about thoracic spine rotation. The thoracic spine is the middle of our back, so here I'm showing you the pelvis and the lumbar spine, and then the thoracic spine sits just above this, so it's the 12 vertebrae that sit just above this, where we have 12 ribs coming off each side. And particularly today I'm going to be showing you how to improve your thoracic spine rotation, twisting. Now, thoracic spine rotation is a very important movement for our spine to have and to be good at. Two of the key things it does is it helps us orientate our hand effectively in space. So if, as humans, we care mostly what our hands are doing and use our hands as tools. So in order for me to reach into the space around me, I need my upper back to orientate my shoulder, to orientate my elbow, to orientate my wrist so that I can do things effectively. If my thoracic spine isn't doing that, then I'm going to be overstressing the shoulder, the elbow, and maybe the wrist to be doing my tasks. The other thing it does, influencing below the thoracic spine, is effective thoracic spine rotation combined with effective hip and pelvic motion helps to load and lengthen the core muscles. So our core muscles are this big balloon of muscle that wraps around and attaches to the pelvis, the lower back, and then the lower thorax. And as we twist our thorax, and in combination with our hips and pelvis, that twists and stretches. So I use my t-shirt as I'm twisting and walking and running, for example. My hips, my pelvis goes one way, my thorax goes the other way as I swing my hands and legs in opposite directions. So we get this lengthening and twisting of the core that once it's lengthened can then we call it load, explode. So we lengthen and then contract to help us step and throw and lift and do all those things that humans like to do. So effective thoracic spine rotation, it helps our shoulders orientate our hand into space, and it helps our core load in combination with our hips and pelvis. But when we stretch our thoracic spine, there are a couple of things we have to remember. If you're restricted in your thoracic area and you try and improve the rotation, what's probably going to happen is that your body will use the areas that can already rotate, most commonly the hips and the lower back. So when we're deliberately trying to improve our thoracic spine rotation, we have to limit and restrict the hips and lower back. So I'm going to show you two methods that can help you to do that. First one is laying onto your tummy, and with this you just want to make sure that your belly button stays connected with the floor. So have one hand across your body and the other hand out to the side, and then just gently reach up and watch the moving hand. So I'm watching that hand, and using my eyes and my head motion will help drive motion into that upper back as well. So driving that motion, and I'm twisting my body a little bit, but my belly button is in contact with the floor. So twist, twist, and I'll probably do about 40 reps each side, and as I'm going, I'm already about 10 reps in, I'm feeling that I'm improving that motion. You'll probably find that one side is easier than the other. You get further one side than the other, and that's common. If that's the case, what I recommend is doing the restricted side first, then do the other side, then do the restricted side again. Here's the second exercise. Okay, similar to the last one, we're using a position that limits our hips and lower back, but here I'm just going to have one hand on the floor, hand behind the head, and then use this elbow drive. And driving this elbow up, and using my eyes as well to drive up as far as I can. It feels quite limited, but the more I do it, the further I get, and just creeping into that thoracic rotation. Again, I'd be looking at 30 to 40 reps each side, and if you notice a big asymmetry, do the restricted side, then the easier side, then the restricted side again. So, as I said at the beginning, there are many reasons why you might want to improve your thoracic spine rotation, particularly if you have a tendency to get shoulder pain one side, or if you're just trying to improve general human movement. Thoracic spine rotation is super important, and it can help load the core, help load the hips, and that just makes you an effective mover for life. So, I hope that helps, and comment below if you have any questions.